you already know who it is. Cody Vondell. We back with another video, baby. Broadcasting out of the home studio. Today, we're taking a little break from the free Y2K fonts to look at a case study. So, about 6 months ago, I created a logo for Slushy, and he just announced the United States tour. And guess what logo they're using on the tour poster, baby? That's right. So since I made this a few months ago, we are not actually creating it from scratch on screen, but we're gonna break down how the logo was created, and then we're gonna hop into Photoshop and look at some textures and stuff like that. We're gonna take that Y2K aesthetic to the next level. The one thing about today's video is that none of these fonts are free like all the other videos that we've been making. So these are actually created by Hunter. Definitely recommend checking out his shop. He's got tons of fonts, tons of cool tons of cool vector icons. It all costs money, but it is so dope. You need to check it out. There will be a link in the description. Also, want to announce we're doing a giveaway. That's right, free icons, and we're gonna be making them on screen. As soon as I get to 1K, all you gotta do is like the video, sub to the channel, and share it with your friends. You know what I'm saying? You can also support the channel by heading over to my Etsy and picking up some stickers. You know you already want some. They're holographic, and boom, there they are right there. I greatly appreciate your interaction. Go over there, check out the Etsy, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and let's go ahead and get it started. So, as you can see, these are the names of all the fonts on screen. Once again, they are not free, but they are worth purchasing from Hunter. We're gonna be using a couple of these today, not all of them, but a few of them to kind of break down this logo. So here are all those fonts with the word Slushy, and right down here, as if this is more of the same. Right down here are the actual logos that I presented to the client at the label. So we're just gonna break down. These are really simple logos. I just downloaded the entire store from Hunter, and I decided, hey, this should be really easy because I'm not gonna have to make any of these items from scratch, and I didn't even have to go into my older files and pull out vector icons. They were all right there in the pack. So as you can see, really cool shapes, really cool fonts. They work beautifully together. Once again, it's not free, but if you wanted to go over to his shop, you are going to download top quality content and be making logos in minutes. So we're just kind of playing around, just taking a look at, you know, the different layers. This is only 3 layers and it looks that cool. These fonts are so much fun to play with. This one is a lot of fun, kind of has like a 3D element to it. Once again, not too many layers. I think we've got the font there, a backing layer, a star. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here, but these, he's just made everything really easy by creating all these beautiful fonts and vector icons to go together. So as you can see, we're just breaking them down. This one, super simple. It's 2 layers. It's text. It's a little circle thing. I'll show you really quick how easy it is to make a circle like that from scratch though. So all you want to do is just grab your ellipse tool and don't draw a square. You want to draw a circle. And then you're gonna draw another circle and change the color to white. You can actually just copy the circle. You don't even have to draw another one. You're gonna make it a little bit smaller, not a lot, but just a little bit. You're gonna bring it over here and just get it feeling really nice and comfortable about right there. I'd say that's looking good. We're gonna open our Pathfinder and we're gonna combine the shapes. So now that is one shape. We're gonna grab this little corner right here. Actually, we can't grab it, so we're gonna have to select it and type out what we want the radius to be. So that's a little much. Let's try this one down here. 0.02, that's still a little much. So yeah, we're just kind of playing with it. That looks nice and comfortable. Yeah, so that's cool. Really quick and easy way to make these kinds of shapes that just really make your logos pop. So as you can see right there, we made a new one. Boom, that easy, y'all. So here's another one. That's a beautiful little star icon. One of the hundreds of vector icons in Hunter's pack. And here we are. These are actually, that one kind of reminds me of the Skechers logo. You know what I'm talking about? So let's just, you know, break it apart and play around with it a little bit, size it up. You can already see, like, you could take that text layer and write something out. It would look really cool. So this was the logo that we almost went with. I love this little, what would you even call that? Like a spore looking kind of, looks like some kind of like weird virus or something. It's a cool little icon. So yeah, right down here, we've got the 2 final logos that, that the client had picked out. and they wanted to apply some textures. So let's open up Photoshop and see what they look like. So we did a few different versions. As you can see, we just drop this in, then we start selecting it by color and kind of applying different kinds of gradients and strokes and bevel and emboss and contour, all these kind of things. When you're playing around in here, just playing with the range, you can also you know, select a totally different contour and make it completely, some of them are a little over the top, but playing with that depth, baby, you know, you're just gonna find some cool stuff going on in there. This big chrome spore graphic, it looks cool. So one thing I do to really get that effect is I will put on my bevel and emboss and I'll get it feeling really comfortable, and then I'll rasterize the style and I'll do it all over again. I'll do a completely different bevel and emboss so that you get like a double or sometimes triple bevel and emboss. That's how you're getting that really shiny, over the top kind of look in Photoshop. If you're not trying to use like Cinema 4D to get like actual, like really crazy 3D shiny textures, chromatic textures like that, Photoshop, the easiest way to do it is to just rasterize your layer style and just keep on piling on those bevels and until you just get something that's so shiny and wild that it's like crazy. And then we'll take it a step further here in just a second. We're kind of looking at some different like filter overlays to kind of give it like a print look and a like slightly like more tangible kind of look. I always turn my noise on. Like I'll copy the layer and I'll turn the noise on to 100, and then I'll just bring the opacity down to like 9 or 10 on the actual layer itself. So this is looking cool and it's getting there, but we actually did like a few different versions, and the version that we're going to take a look at here in a second, I feel like we're taking the chromatic look and just going all the way. But here you can see what we're doing to get that color halftone look. So it gives it a cool tangible print feel. Very nice. Just a change of gradient. And right now we're selecting just specific colors to kind of try to play with the actual gradient itself. That's looking a little ugly, you know what I'm saying? But you know, we're just kind of taking a look. So here is what I think probably came out as one of the coolest options. Not this one. This one, I believe. All these layers. Getting there. So yeah, I usually have like a few different versions of the file, like a Photoshop. Like once I've created the Photoshop file, I'll create like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That way it's like the same image, but I can have different variations of it, because once you actually have the shape of the logo, like when we're taking it to that next level, adding like effects and stuff like that, we just want to make sure that what we're doing is we have options and we're not kind of cornering ourselves. Now this is my favorite version that we did, and the reason being is because once we did multiple layers of that bevel and emboss, we actually rasterized it one more time, and we selected some colors out of the actual text, and we added a gradient map. And then what we're doing with that gradient map is just having better control over all these different colors. So we'll open one up really quick, and it takes a while to really fine tune and finesse the gradient map into looking like as cool as it did right there. But this will give you a basic idea of like what we're doing to get that kind of effect. So we're just adding in different shades of silvers, whites, blacks, pinks, and blues. And when you get the right combo, it turns out looking absolutely insane. But as you can see, there's so many different ways that you can take it. And because I did this a few months back, I don't remember the exact combination that I used for the final version that we were looking at. But this is a basic idea of what you can do with that. So yeah, that was my favorite one that I presented. Unfortunately, it's not the one we went with, but I think that was the coolest one right there. So this is actually our final logo. This is what we went with. So they have two versions. Obviously, the one that's on the poster is just a plain white like logo mark, and this one's obviously decorated. We've got all these bevels and shines and chromatic kind of gradient textures, all these different things to make the logo just feel super, super Y2K, super layer style heavy. So we're just adjusting the gradient on that a little bit, just seeing what all options we have. And once again, playing with the bevel and emboss. I cannot stress how important it is if you want to really get that shiny thing to rasterize your bevel and emboss and then do it all over again and just get extra shine from the top down, from the bottom up. Just make it look extra shiny. You can already see like all those details. It's crazy. And then we add this kind of filter to make it look a little bit more printed. Let's zoom in real quick just so you can get a look at how nice the gradient map works. Love it. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I greatly appreciate you stopping by the channel, taking a look at what I'm doing today. We have another free Y2K fonts video on the way. We have another case study looking at the visual effects that I did on Mike Diva's video for Milk Blood. And I greatly appreciate you tuning in. Once again, if you want to support the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, and head over to Etsy, pick up some stickers, decorate your stuff with it. I'm Cody Vondell. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thank you.